Hi, and welcome to another video of Project GHOUL. Today I'm bringing to you guys a Quinque tier list. Since I have already done a kagune tier list, why not a Quinque one? I will be rating all Quinques from S to C tier, so without further ado let's begin the tier list video. The first Quinque we will be rating is Demon Yamada. Yamada is a really good Quinque for farming, in fact, it's the one I use to grind from level 400 to 930. It's a really good Quinque due to its dashing move and the last skill's slash range. However, I personally believe that for PvP it is not able to reach the S tier category, but it isn't as bad as a B tier one either, making me put Yamada on the A tier. Moving now into the next Quinque. Dejima Reforged is a Quinque that has a lot of PvP potential due to also having a dashing move and due to its high damage. However, this Quinque is extremely predictable and the cooldowns are rather high, having all skills a cooldown of 7 seconds and above, that mixed with its predictability, makes this Quinque an A tier for me. Moving now into the next Quinque. Now I will be rating the normal Dejima Quinque. This Quinque is really bad and something that unless you just started and need something to help you doing slightly more damage, I do not recommend you getting. All of the moves are pretty basic and most likely just slams, making this Quinque automatically a C tier for me. Moving now into the next Quinque. The 13's Jason Quinque is a Robux only one, so I will be giving my personal opinion on this one since I've never used it, but seen it being used many times already, and fought quite a lot of them as well. This is a Quinque that is really good for its price. It has no level requirement, it requires no materials, you buy it and you immediately get it. The only downside I can see with this Quinque is that it is too slow in terms of animation speed, which is the only reason I am not putting Jason in the S tier. It has enough frames move and 2 dashes, making it extremely viable for PvP and PvE. In my personal opinion, Jason deserves the A tier. Moving now into the next Quinque. Narukami is a Quinque that recently got reworked, finally making it an endgame Quinque as it should have been in the first place. This Quinque has a lot of mobility and a lot of damage depending on how you use it, allowing you to take high chunks of your opponent's HP and sometimes not even be hit at all. The dashing skill requires a lot of timing but it's really effective against most kagune and most Quinques for now. Personally believe that Narukami finds itself at the S tier, at least for now. Moving now into the next Quinque. Senza will be the next Quinque we will be rating. Despite being somewhat of a starter Quinque, Senza is honestly decent. The cooldowns are rather short, and it also has 2 mobility skills. However, they are slow in comparison to for example 13's Jason or even Yamada's, as long with its first skill being close to useless aside from grinding. I personally believe that Senza fits the B tier category. Moving now into the next Quinque. The next Quinque is GHOUL, and I believe it doesn't need any introduction, straight up S tier, no questions asked. Moving now into the next Quinque. The next Quinque is Tsunagis. Despite being the starter Quinque, it is surprisingly not bad at all, being the only downside to it its slow animations and low damage in comparison to other Quinques. It is honestly a decent Quinque due to its mobility move and multi-hit one, making it somewhat good for grinding, and somewhat decentish for PvP, personally finding itself in the B tier. Moving now into the next Quinque. The next Quinque is Yukimuras. This Quinque is complete garbage. It has no mobility at all and the moves are slow. At the very most it is usable for grinding, which I honestly doubt. I would not get this Quinque if I were you. Moving now into the next Quinque. The last Quinque is Chi-Shi. This Quinque is honestly decent for PvP and PvE, due to the mobility move but most importantly, the high damage that this Quinque compared to some others. I honestly believe that this Quinque belongs in the A tier despite being slow and having somewhat high cooldowns due to the damage, however, being the weakest A tier of the list. And this was it for our Quinque tier list video. Once again, thanks for the massive feedback you all have been giving me, I hope everyone is enjoying the videos and taking a lot of information out of them as I keep trying to bring quality content to you. I would just like to state that the tier list is my personal opinion, so don't be offended if you have a different one, but try to convince me in the comments why. As for now, that's all. Grypper out.
Shit's bombastic, fantastic. Can't fuck with me, but I got large asses. The shit you spitting is coming out like all static. I'm in a penthouse, bitch. You're on your mom's mattress. Now listen, bitch, turn the